But Ngannou showed the old vet that he has a future.
Oh, Kimura, standing Kimura. That hurts. Oh, on the stomach. Let's do some dumb shit for the thumbnail. Let's do some dumb shit. Is that good? That's not good enough. Now, I'm imitating this man, which is probably not the best idea given that it is scientifically proven that he has the hardest punch in the world. Literally, in the world. The only thing better than fighting is fighting in science. See what I'm saying? So we're mixing smart with brutish intentions of our the basest kind, and that's fun as hell. So this is from Boxing Legends TV. Thank you, Mr. Fluffykins, for the video suggestion, and let's get into it, man. This stuff is really interesting. We've been doing a lot of anime fights, watching a lot of UFC fights, and this stuff is always intriguing to me. So it's also a nice switch up on some of the content that we watch. So let's get into it, man. Let me just check my volume levels.
Meet Francis Ngannou, the man that holds the record for the hardest recorded punch in UFC history.
My man.
And has used that trait to become the hottest prospect in mixed martial arts today.
Francis Ngannou.
I've never even heard of him.
He's an absolutely brutal knockout artist.
Of course, things weren't always so easy for the 6'4" powerhouse that now goes by the nickname Predator. Francis's father was a well-known and respected street fighter in the small village of Batié in Cameroon.
Pause. That is cool. That is so cool. I like his homie back there recording that shit too.
It seemed only inevitable that a young Francis would follow the same path. He was 12 years old, but already built like a man in his late teens. He worked hard day and night, shoveling sand by hand in the muddy quarries of his local village, which led to him building an extraordinary amount of power throughout his body.
The crazy thing is, when you look at these numbers and compare them to horsepower, that 51,064 foot-pounds per second is equivalent to just under 93 horsepower.
Damn.
Which is the same as a small family car.
That's the same as a car. The man hits the same amount of horsepower a car drives.
One thing separating him from his father. Francis wanted better. He wanted freedom and an opportunity to pursue his dream of becoming a professional fighter.
And he fought his way out of there.
Struggling years later, he emigrated to France, where he was left with no money and had to live on the streets. But there was a light at the end of the tunnel. He found a new home, the MMA gym.
And owner of France's #1 MMA gym, let Ngannou train at the MMA factory for free.
Wow.
I was impressed with his intelligence, speed, and strength.
Welcome back to Greatest Hits, the series where we take a look back at some of the key moments from a fighter's career and highlight
That's
the whole
Herb Dean right there. I like that guy.
Today, we'll be recapping the monstrous first 12 fights of Francis Ngannou in the build-up to his big title showdown with Stipe Miocic.
You know, he definitely got the potential. Unfortunately, I'm a champion now, so it's like nothing can change until I leave.
If you enjoy our videos, please remember to hit that like
button. Oh, that
and
is
be sure to
a
subscribe
quick moving big man. Ngannou, wow.
Ngannou made his professional debut on November 30th, 2013, fighting on the French MMA promotional company 100% Fight. His opponent, Rashid Benzina, was also making his pro debut, but as you might expect, Ngannou dominated his opponent with ease before making him tap due to an excruciating arm.
He's mushing him! Oh! Oh! That's so deep! That's so deep! Oh, that's no joke. That's a grown man armbar right there. Showing some technical skill. Jesus Christ.
Francis was back in the ring on April 5th, 2014, after suffering his first and only loss of his career a few months prior. The fire was there from the opening bell. He wanted to get his career back on track in the right way, and his unfortunate opponent, Bilal TAHTAHI, couldn't have possibly been prepared for the almighty bomb that was about to land.
That leg kick, I heard that. Holy Jesus, he is asleep. He literally got his arm up. He's dreaming. Right hand. When you dodge an MMA, bro, if you run straight back, you are asleep.
And Francis's career looked to be back on track.
Wow. I don't know what's going to happen with this music, but I'm in this video.
More solid, eye-catching
That's a standing guillotine. He sleep.
Companies in France. Ngannou's talents were recognized by the UFC, and they brought him on to feature in the early prelims of Rafael dos Anjos versus Donald Cerrone 2.
Winner of 4 straight, Ngannou is on course for a
all right
as he makes his UFC debut.
His opponent,
Bro, I'm over here chilling.
Enrique, was also a rookie making his debut in the UFC and was well known for being an extremely talented and well-rounded fighter in judo, jiu-jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, and he was a Brazilian.
It takes a lot of boxing hours to get that good, though, man.
The UFC wasn't going to give Ngannou
Here we
any
go.
easy touches and chucked him straight in at the deep end.
Let's get it.
White trunks for Enrique.
Let's get it.
Dark trunks for Francis Ngannou. 9-inch reach advantage, 83-inch.
I love to see people size each other up at the start of a fight, dude. Ooh, I stopped it right before this nice kick. Look at this. Look at him loading this shit up. Yeah!
He attacks with the heavy leg kick early.
The large majority of round one was spent with Ngannou on his back, defending himself as Enrique tried to move into an advanced position. But when they were standing up, the heavy shots were landing regularly for Francis.
Oh, that is, ooh. It's kind of sloppy, you know. His handwork's kind of sloppy for such a big dude. It's not very sharp, but it's strong. But it's strong. Landed one good hit. Oh! 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 Oh, he's done. He's done. God damn.
Francis Ngannou. Wow. Vicious uppercut.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He threw uppercuts back to back. Right uppercut into a left uppercut. And it folded him.
Francis Ngannou, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a big man. That's a big man. The biggest thing that you worry about with your heavyweights is your conditioning. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest thing. Trying to get a big fighter out of the first round and they could look like a different person. You know, not as sharp, not as strong, but I mean, given that he was on his back for the last end of the first round, then it was still able to give that nice performance. It's pretty good.
Ngannou was back in the octagon on April 10, 2016. This time as an underdog as he faced the certified power puncher, Curtis Razor Blades, who entered the fight undefeated with a record of 5-0 with 5 KOs, all coming from the Raft's dangerous hands.
Okay, here we go. High shoulders, protecting the chin on the bearded dude.
He's shown good takedown defense throughout his career so far, but this is definitely a step.
Look at him threaten that takedown there to stop his assault. Wow, he's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. That's not a slip, that's pain. Nice leg kick, he caught him. Jesus.
It didn't take long for the crowd and the viewing public to realize who was the more skilled power puncher out of the two, as Francis had blades on Queer Street multiple times in the first.
Wow.
Right hands in the second,
his
the
face
had
is
no choice but
busted.
to stop the fight after Razor's eye swelled up to the point of him losing his
back.
vision.
The doctor is stopping the fight, so that is going to do it.
Yeah, that's it. Dude, it's like, it's crazy because, you know, they do all that. You can tell he hits the bags a lot, but like, homie is not throwing a lot of combinations, but just one sharp, hard punch.
Ngannou was surging to move
and just sleeping people. That's insane.
But first, he had to come through the 13-year fight veteran, Bojan Mihajlovic, who was coming off 10 straight victories and was being called up to the UFC for the first time.
Okay.
Ngannou, though, saw the bout as nothing but a stepping stone on the road to greatness. From the get-go, the size difference was always going to be a key factor, and Francis quickly capitalized on that with a TKO.
This man is tiny! This man is so small! He's done. He is hurt. He's hurt. Hammer fist, down range, shots! He's out. He is out. Why would you put that small man in the ring with this big man? What are y'all doing? Bro, they brought you in just to get whooped.
A long time ago, I prepare myself to fight, and I'm ready for any step.
There you go. Jesus.
December 9th, 2016.
He put hands on that grown man.
Now recognized as one of the most dangerous rising contenders in the sport.
He put hands on that man. Oh, Anthony. I like that guy. I like Anthony Hamilton. That guy's fun to watch.
Heavyweight in the world. Ngannou in the blue trunks.
He's like, what, 6'1", 6'2"?
Hamilton's game plan was pretty obvious from the start. He didn't want to stand and trade with Francis, so he tried to show him a few new things in the octagon by attempting a high crotch takedown. But Ngannou showed the old vet that he has a few.
Oh, Kimura, standing Kimura. That hurts. Oh, on the stomach. On the stomach. He's hurt. He's hurt. He's hurt. He hurt that arm. He hurt that arm.
All right, here is your winner, Francis the Predator Ngannou, man. Each performance better than the next. Congratulations on an unbelievable finish tonight.
That's how you do it.
Thank you. The next time I need some top 10. I don't know, someone like ARLOVSKI.
ARLOVSKI? Just like that? Calling out ARLOVSKI?
Ngannou's biggest test to date.
It's the
came on
pitbull,
January
right?
28th, 2000, and the list goes
Yeah,
on.
he's a
Wins for
monster.
either man would leave them ranked in the top 5 in the division, and it didn't take long for one of them to stamp their authority on the back.
Against the heavyweight prospect, Francis.
Touching hands, let's get it.
Versus number 7.
ARLOVSKI is such a good fighter, man.
A patient guy.
His conditioning is what I'd be worried about.
The MMA factory in Paris. If they bring in guys.
Well, not if it doesn't make it out of the first round. That doesn't matter, ChavezzSlovakia. What is conditioning if you sleep so early?
Live and in color.
You missed, too.
And we might be staring at a future UFC heavyweight
That's it.
champion, Francis Ngannou, ladies and gentlemen.
Bang!
Francis delivered on his promise of a first-round knockout and left shivers running down the other top contenders.
Yeah, I'd be nervous with that. OVEREEM, too? How have I never heard of this guy? At this point, it's getting to the point where, like, I need to have known who he is.
Another fight, another step up in competition for Ngannou. To close out an amazing 2017, he needed just one more win to stamp his authority on a title shot.
My motivation is probably need a title shot, but not like me, you don't have the same motivation and the same power as me.
In the opposing corner stepped up Alistair Overeem.
OVEREEM is a beast.
What can we say about Overeem that you don't already know? He's universally recognized as one of the greatest heavyweight fighters in UFC history.
But
he has won over 40 fights, with 95% of them ending inside the distance. This guy can punch, but the grand old question remains, can he take Ngannou's power? Well, it didn't take long to
Let's find out.
Join that mix tonight.
Okay, in shape.
60th professional MMA
Ooh,
fight.
jumping out.
Runs at him with a left hook.
Okay. Let's see it. Don't get caught. Don't get. Holy Jesus! Did he break this man's neck?
That's what we were talking about.
Oh my God! Is he okay?
Francis Ngannou is coming.
To think Ngannou has come all this way after just over 3 years of MMA training is remarkable. He's now in line to face the heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic on January 20th in a fight that he will likely enter as the underdog. Can he pull it off? Only time will tell. Thanks for watching, fight fans. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Wow, that was amazing. That made me really hype. And let's see where this guy ended up. That made me so hype for this dude in a nice rundown video. Wow, that was great. Let's see what he did. Oh, nice takedown. Oh, he put him on the back. That's where I would be worried. Jeez. Oh, his chin. Oh, his face. Homie, no. We just watched you do better.
He was tough to get up, but just wasn't able to do it efficiently. And Stipe
well,
had a really good technique there. You know, you see a lot
well,
of wrestlers do
that's it.
move. When you have a guy who's tired, you get on the back of his neck and just hang there. When a guy has to carry you, you're weight on his neck. It's just something about that. When a guy's on the back of your neck, you get back up to your feet, and the back, your back is tired. The lower back, where your legs control your legs and your movement. And I think that's why we see Ngannou almost looked as if like he was drunk at one point, coming out and just kind of just wavering and standing there because his legs and his back are tired from Stipe hanging on his neck.
Well, then that's it. I don't know why I keep ending these UFC fight videos this way, but I guess that's just how we're going to keep doing them, because that's the reality of fighting. Getting to the top is not as hard as staying at the top, ChavezzSlovakia. That grind, man, is one thing, but once you get up there, you got to perform. That performance is important, and in fighting, there's a time limit, there's a skill difference that you really got to look out for. So, but shouts out to him. He's a great fighter, talented fighter. If he stays healthy, he'll be fine. But, you know, got to work on the ground game. You can't be a one-trick pony. You got to work on your conditioning if you're heavyweight. You got to have it. If you're not getting those first-round knockouts, you got to really be able to take the punishment. But I believe in him. I do believe in him. I'll see you guys around. Thanks for this video suggestion. I'll see y'all around, man. Peace.
Nobody. Ain't nobody giving me top ramen. Ain't nobody giving me top ramen. Without my sriracha sauce, sriracha sauce. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody giving me top ramen. Ain't nobody gonna give me top ramen unless it has sriracha sauce. Sriracha sauce. For real.
What you know about me in the kitchen eating chicken chopper ramen with my best friend? The ramen never ends. I love it so much, boy. I finna eat boxes of 10. Listen to me, sriracha all over. That's how I be. Squad up with me, we just go eat ramen all day. We don't play, we just play. We see fees, we say hey. Eating the burner fire right now.